Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully, and now we have my favourite musical track in the game, Gene Gadget. And yes, I am gonna sit still. No, it isn't down to the fact that I didn't stop recording after the last part, no. No siree. I don't know, this song is just really fucking cool. And impromptu edit. Did I forget to change an editing pointer thing? Ah, fuck it. Whatever. The point is, this song is sick, and well, for lack of anything else to talk about, I do have to wonder, actually. Considering the fact that this is pretty much all pre-rendered stuff that was initially made, I believe it was initially made for the Mega Drive version. I'm not too sure on the timeline of, the creation of 3D Blast both in the Saturn and Mega Drive version, but am I fair in saying that the Mega Drive version was created first? And if so, given the fact that we have a lot of pre-rendered backgrounds here, I have to wonder, would like a Mega Drive remake of Resident Evil have been possible for this system? I mean, Resident Evil did have a port for the Sega Saturn, actually, so again, I'm curious. Because, I mean, the control scheme would have been easy to adapt. Like, I mean, you have shoulder buttons, you could have had the readying weapon, examine inventory system. I think it would be doable, so is there a fan that could possibly do that? I don't know the coding skills myself, but I don't know, maybe. But whatever, I'm kind of getting off topic, just interested in graphical capabilities, because, like, I mean, again, as I said in the first part, like, I mean, I am impressed with what Traveler's Tales have done to bring this about in the Mega Drive. It is really impressive. That being said, though, the difficulty in Gene Gadget is a bit of a gift and a curse, because, like, on the one hand, it's a little bit more difficult, on the other hand, you have some bullshit design choices like this. Like, you see the mouse. Because it's a mouse, and is, no doubt, a scaredy pussy, it's hanging around that gun turret that has a tendency to pip ya. So I hope you don't need to collect the Chaos Emeralds at this point, although I don't think you can find Tails and Knuckles anywhere on this stage, so maybe not. Yeah, it hides around and oh, Chucky Dons, the mice contain the green birds, the fat fucks who like to run away from you. But I don't know, the stage music here is just too good that I can just ignore it. Although then again you also have the lightning things that zap ya. Vap. Usually the pink pufferfish aren't much of an issue, except if you get hit like that because you're a dumbass. Playing a game of like fucking cowboy dancing with lightning instead of bullets. Because my name's not Shane, kid. But yeah, like I mean, in typical Sonic fashion, we have an industrial stage. This one pretty much borrowing elements from Doomsday Zone and well, not really Doomsday Zone specifically, more so like the pipe gimmicks, just blasting you around all over the shop. I don't know, it's a good stage, like, I mean, it balances its difficulty really well, it's just that, well, you're gonna be hopping all over the shop just to get the birds around. Which, again, actually, you know what, I think I might save that for the next part, because, I mean, it's something I've been alluding to a lot throughout the commentary, but, again, I think it's best highlighted in some of the last stages of the game, really, but I don't know. It just highlights kind of the undercurrent of this commentary, where a lot of what you're seeing is okay-ish, it's just, well, I'd hesitate to call it a failed experiment, is all I'm gonna say for the time being. I kinda wanna stay silent and listen to the music, but I gotta press on. Although, considering, like, a lot of this seems to be a little bit more, like, I mean, again, I know Eggman's thing is usually robots, but he seems to be mixing a lot of chemicals around here, so, what exactly was he planning? I guess maybe it's possibly, like, experimenting with the Flickies and their teleportation, abilities. Well, actually, it's kinda confusing, really. Like, I mean, are the Flickies themselves the ones that spawn the teleportation rings, or is it or are the rings just a natural phenomena, but the Flickies just, are able to traverse, you know, across the dimensions? I mean, it would explain why they seem to be consistent among, like, Earth and, Sonic's world, if you're one to believe in that jargon shit, retconny bullshit. But I don't know, it's, I mean, it would explain why Eggman's kidnapping them, it's, I don't know. Sonic mythology, back when people gave a shit, except for now, when they don't. Or do. Kind of. And yeah, be forewarned, because again, you can be sent back quite a ways in this level if you're not paying attention, like I wasn't. But again, like, I mean, don't take my fuckery as, like, anything to go by. This level isn't really that difficult, it's just, sometimes you can navigate away, other times you can't. You just gotta be focused. So, in terms of anything else to talk about, no, I've pretty much expunged all my tangents. I suppose one thing I could probably say for the Sonic Origins collection, if nothing else, I really hope they don't change the music for Sonic 3. But again, although I get the impression that they might, I don't know. It'll be curious to see if we get any, well, at least between now, which is, at time of recording, it is... Yeah, at time of recording it is currently February the 7th, I believe. So, yeah. It'll be interesting to see if anything changes between now and the time I post this, which should be around March, but again, we'll see. I don't know. Hopefully something interesting comes out of it, and if it doesn't have the music, then I will be sad. But I mean, putting all that aside though, fuck, I got nothing really. I ain't got nothing. Oh no, I might have been thinking of Act 2 actually, with the different segment. It's more so the next part that coming up that's going to be a little bit more different, but yeah, this is also where a lot of the platforming comes into play, and unlike before, it's kinda mandatory and a bit more of a pain in the ass. I mean, it might be because they do involve a few more of those, like, the fan gimmicks that kind of hover you around and you can't really do anything or attack, which adds something, I guess, but I don't know, it's a bit pish. But you shall be seeing that right now. And also the difference in soundtracks. Again, you don't have the bippin' and the boppin' Mega Drive stuff, so instead you have, Europop, where the Sega European stuff really got a kick out of it. Again, I don't quite consider it as good as the Mega Drive soundtrack in terms of Gene Gadget, aside from like a few graphical effects. Not really too much changes really, so yeah, it's kind of a similar thing to Happy Meal Zone, where things don't really change all that much. Although, like, yeah, this is what I was talking about, hopping up on platforms, and again, like, you do have the odd occasion where you do kind of slide off a few platforms based on how much momentum you're packing, and, it can just be a bit of a pain in the ass, and you can kind of quite easily get lost. Like, I mean, again, if you happen to fall off onto that side, you're going all the way down with no other way to get back up. So again, there's no Sandopoulos style, repeatedly jumping up just to get back to where you were. No, you gotta suffer like a human. But yeah, if you know what you're doing, you can get all the flickies in one fell swoop and pretty much be on your way. But then again, that is also dependent on your skill and the momentum packing your way. I mean, I tell a lie. I do think the music of Gene Gadget in the Saturn version is pretty decent in its own right. It's just that, I don't know, it's very 90s. Like, very 90s electronica is all I'm gonna say. That being said, though, I do still hate the fact that the enemy placement is a little bit pish, although you won't have to worry about that for the next stage, Panic Puppet, because, yeah, this is pretty much the last stage of regular gameplay before they start throwing a few curveballs your way. Well, curveballs, one in particular, but that's with Panic Puppet. I don't know. Maybe I might have been exaggerating the difficulty a little bit for this one. Like, it's fun enough, it's just stuff that just annoys you rather than, you know, flat out makes you feel angry. I don't know. You have it. I think it's more so the fact that you have a lot more working against you that just, I don't know, gets your goat, for the lack of a better word. Even though we don't have any goats, because these are flickies, not, animals. And now we get on to the shaming of the Solidus-Skully, where I died a lot to this boss fight. Not that you'll be seeing any of it though, but again, it is the last occurring instance of my favourite Mega Drive boss theme in the Sonic 3D Blast, so let's go. Again, like, I mean, the boss itself is pretty easy. My biggest problem, and again, as I did mention, like, earlier in the commentary, is that basically what happens is that, again, you don't want to get behind Eggman, even though you think you could get a lot of cheap shots in that way. His hitbox is at the front of his mech. So again, just hit the front of that, try and stay as close as you can while avoiding the spikes kind of going your way, and you should be okay. Although, then again, you can occasionally kind of like skip over Eggman's hitbox and then get hit by the model itself, so yeah, that's a little bit pish. But I mean, honestly though, it's not as difficult as I'm making it look, it's just, I don't know. It can give you a bit of guff every now and again. It's Dr. Robotnik, the evil man who has a rather stingy boss fight that has the ice gimmick of Diamond Dust Zone that killed me. This will be the last time we hear this. When you run out of commentary, you must then learn to sing and gather rings and get completely out of tune because I completely fucked it up. Come on, Eggman. We're sick of this song and dance, and now it's time to bring this to its conclusion. Look at it. Your mech is all broken. It's time to pay the piper. Shoot your missiles one last time, and then we'll go. Forever. And there we go. So on that note, I am Solidus-Skully, and I will see you next time, for more Sonic 3D Blast. Catch ya then.